Hello everyone, I'm Asha Bist. Hope you all are doing well. Dear children, today I welcome you all in Class 4 English Reader Gulliver in the Land of Lilliput. Dear children, in the previous story we heard that Gulliver was traveling through a sea and the sea was rough and violent storm struck their old battered ship. All the sailors, including the captain, drowned. Even Gulliver's friends could not be found. Gulliver was saved only because he held on tight to a large wooden log. He swam against the waves for hours and finally found himself near a piece of land. So let's begin with this chapter now. Gulliver in the Land of Lilliput. Gulliver says that he must slept for more than 9 hours, and finally, when he woke up, he found himself tied with ropes. He says that my arms and legs were tied to pegs and they were fastened into the ground. He was tied using thin cords and the cords were tied across his body. His long hair were also tied in the same manner. He says that he wanted to move his body, he wanted to keep himself free, but all he could do just to stare upward at the sun. Now, next moment, he felt that something is crawling on his body. He felt that something is moving on his stomach, on his chest, below his chin. He tried to look downwards and tried to see that maybe it is a insect. Then suddenly he saw a small creature barely 6 inches tall, and the creature was holding a bow and arrow. There were many creatures like him. Gulliver was surprised to see such small creatures. Those small creatures were looking very scared of Gulliver. They were jumping all over his body. After some time, they all gathered courage and started to climb over his body. Then they started to have a closer look of mine. And they were using strange words while they were crawling on my body. Gulliver says that he didn't pay much attention to their words and I was concentrated towards setting me free. Gulliver says this. He tried to twist and turn his body. He tried to pull and push the ropes which were tied across his body, and when he gave some more power or push to that, he successfully freed his arm. And then he started just looking here and there. Now, once he left his arm free, the little creatures they started crying in pain, or they started creating panic. And they started throwing hundreds of tiny arrows on Gulliver. When arrows began striking his face, he groaned in pain and raised his left hand to protect himself. Luckily for him, he was wearing a thick jacket, and that jacket prevented him from getting hurt. He thought to himself that one wisest thing he can do that until night he should wait and he should stop struggling. Finally, once he stopped struggling, the arrows stopped coming from the small tiny creatures. But soon he heard a strange noise again nearby his ear. It was like a banging, like people they started doing different kind of work around him. And soon he realized that 50 of the creatures, around 50 creatures, they started setting up a platform on near his foot and a half above the ground so that they can reach up to Gulliver. Then finally, what happened next is soon four members of those of that group they started to climb up the ladder and stood on the platform they created. Among them, he found an important looking man and he made a long speech in the direction of Gulliver. And of course, Gulliver says that he didn't understand a single word of the important looking man, but he could tell from the tone of the voice that there he felt a kind of threat, and the important looking man was promising to the small tiny creatures, assuring them that he will keep them all safe. And all over the area, the small creatures were using a special word that was Lilliput, Lilliput. He says that he had never heard about such country where small tiny creatures live. Now he tried to answer the important looking man that I'm not an enemy, I'm a friend, I'm not going to hurt anybody. He tried to raise his eyes and hands to heaven to make them feel that he is not going to hurt anyone and he is promising all that thing. He was so hungry. Gulliver was so hungry. He was so thirsty. So he wanted to have food and wanted to have liquid or water. He was not able to speak, though if he would have said something that point of time, nobody must have understood what he wanted to say. So he started to showing them simple sign and symbols, like he started to put his hand into his mouth to show that he is hungry. Then the people, those who were around him, they immediately placed a ladder at his side, at Gulliver's side, and climbed up on the body with many baskets which were full of meat and bread. They dumped all the eatables into Gulliver's mouth, and this was the food that their emperor had ordered as soon as he understood that Gulliver was hungry. After eating food, I just signaled them that I am thirsty too. So they brought 2 barrels of wine which tasted like wine. They placed the ladder again and on near my chest and started pouring that liquid into my mouth. The barrels were huge for those tiny creatures, but for me, for Gulliver, the barrel sized like a small cup. Now finally, once the barrels were finished, they showed those barrels to me while saying that whatever we had, that is now finished. Gulliver says that he was very grateful to those little creatures and he wanted to say that they all treated him generously. That's why he felt that he was very grateful to those creatures because they fed him food as well as gave wine to drink. This is all about the story. Hope you liked it. I'll request you to watch the video again so that you can have better understanding of it. Soon we will meet again with some more interesting videos. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.